Hey everyone, we're starting this week with a couple verses from Deuteronomy. No Ammonite or Moabite shall be admitted to the assembly of the Lord. Even to the 10th generation, none of their descendants shall be admitted to the assembly of the Lord. You shall never promote their welfare or their prosperity as long as you live. See, the Bible is clear. Moabites are just bad people who don't belong. God obviously wants them to be excluded because they're just a lesser race. Don't feel bad. This is just the divine hierarchy. If you feel guilty about that or develop a desire to treat these Moabites with love or kindness, you need to ignore it. God says we're superior, so don't forget it. See, the problem with that is the Bible contradicts the Bible. We see this in the book of Ruth, which is a story all about a Moabite woman. Ruth the Moabite, as we'll see this week, is more kind and more compassionate than all the Israelites she encounters. And God blesses her, and he blesses those who promote her welfare. So much that she becomes the great-grandmother to King David. But if we went by Deuteronomy, that would mean that even David should be excluded from Israelite assembly. So what's going on here? I would say there's a lot we could unpack with how the Bible works, but the big point is that the Bible's on a trajectory, and that trajectory is toward inclusion. They're not just static, timeless commands, but the Bible is an ongoing conversation about who God is and who God truly loves. Even though the answer to that we're all made in God's image, is found on page 1. It's not a coincidence that we're starting here on Martin Luther King Jr. Day, a day we remember a man who pointed toward this inclusive love of God, a day we remembered at the same time that there were many voices who preferred exclusion and would even commit violence to keep it that way, killing him. Voices that still speak, even if it's in different tones, and violence that still happens, whether it's in big or small ways. So today, who are you sure just is lesser than somehow and is excluded from God's kingdom? If the trajectory, even in the Old Testament, was to reject Deuteronomy's Moabite law, where is it pointing today? Will we listen to those who give us a challenge to what we think God says, when those who are speaking those challenging words may actually be speaking by the Spirit of God?